This will be our fourth and final week of my series on getting ready for the King. And throughout this week, we're going to be looking at scriptures that in different ways focus on the importance of readiness and being prepared for the return of the King. Our theme text that I'll be preaching on today is from Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 through 13, which is the parable of the wise and foolish bridesmaids. And you can look at that, and it's a story that's based on the Palestinian custom at that time of a bridegroom would come to the bride's home to fetch the bride and to bring her to their new home. And so that's the familiar story or custom that Jesus' hearers would have known when he tells this story about being ready and the importance of having your lamps lit so that you can see him whenever he comes. You're set to go. And the verse for the day is verse 10, which is, "And while they went to buy it," that is, the foolish, unprepared bridesmaids who didn't have enough oil, "while they went to buy it, the bridegroom came. And those who were ready went with him into the wedding banquet, and the door was shut." There's a lot symbolically going on in this story and in this verse in particular. First of all, remember that Matthew's gospel is written a number of decades after the physical life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. So a significant amount of time has passed, and the early church was anticipating or looking to the return of the King, looking to Jesus to return and come back to earth. And as the years went by and as people died, there started to be questions arising about what's going on. Is he really coming back? And part of this teaching in Matthew 25 is an exhortation or an encouragement to individual believers and to the church that, well, we don't know when exactly the bridegroom is coming, but we know that he is. So we have to be ready. And what does being ready look like for an individual believer? Well, in the story, it's making sure that we have enough oil. It's not that we have to stay awake the whole time. We all need our physical sleep, and the wise and the foolish bridesmaids both sleep. But the wise ones are ready. They're prepared at any moment for the bridegroom to return. And for us, that means having a personal faith in Jesus Christ. It means holding on to our faith, even in times that are difficult or when it seems like we're wondering, is Christ ever going to return, or does my faith make any bit of a difference? We hope and believe it does, and we trust God's word is true, and we believe that Christ is going to be returning. But whether that happens in our lifetime or whether we go to Christ, the important thing is that we are ready by living as Jesus teaches us how to live, right? Not like in Matthew 23 with the scribes and the Pharisees who don't do what they teach. We want to be those who are loving God and loving our neighbors, and that's how we are prepared for the return of the bridegroom.